You may have seen those disturbing commercials on TV warning smokers about the dangers of smoking, really warning anybody. Now the FDA is calling for graphic images like the ones on your screen to appear on packs of cigarettes with written warnings saying smoking can kill you and cigarettes cause cancer. It's aiming to scare smokers, but tobacco companies say it's really violating their rights. And some say it's not there to scare smokers, it's there to protect people. Judge Andrew Napolitano is back with us. Judge, first things first, are you a smoker? Are you biased in any way on the segment?
Oh, God,
okay.
no.
We had to search for a pack of cigarettes to find out what's actually on them right now. And so there's one warning, the Surgeon General's warning, quitting smoking now greatly reduces serious risks to your health. Why do cigarette packs have that warning on them right now? Why is that?
Well, one would think that the First Amendment, which protects freedom of speech, protects commercial speech, and it does. But the Supreme Court has carved out an exception to that protection, and the government can insert itself into commercial speech as long as the insertion is truthful. So the government can force cigarette manufacturers to say smoking can make you sick. That's a truthful statement. But this goes farther. This suggests that smoking will cause you to die, hence the pictures of the autopsy.
Well, some would argue that is a truthful statement, too.
Yes, but the graphic picture that accompanies it suggests that this is the likely result from smoking. And when a federal judge asked the FDA to demonstrate the likelihood of this, it couldn't do so with a sufficient degree of probability that they can interfere with freedom of speech. Remember, in order to interfere with the tobacco company's freedom of speech, it's a very high bar for the FDA to reach. And these pictures, according to Federal Judge Leon, whose opinion is now being appealed, these pictures didn't meet that bar. Well, remember, the presumption is in favor of free speech, meaning the government can't force you to disparage your own product.
Well, in the Sixth Circuit, the judge there said this: faced with evidence that the current warnings ineffectively convey the risks of tobacco use and that most people do not understand the full risks, the Act's new warnings are reasonably related to promoting greater public understanding of the risks. That's his opinion. That's why he said, listen, September of 2012, we're going to see these pictures on a pack of cigarettes.
That's why this case is before the Supreme Court now, because the ruling from which you read probably goes too far. And if, in case you're worried that as an anti-smoking person that I am, the government wants you to smoke, because the government collects over $50 billion a year in taxes on tobacco products. And it's already budgeted that money for the next 3 or 4 years.
Well, then why isn't the government doing that for other things as well? We just did a big piece, responding to the 60 Minutes special about sugar and how sugar can be terrible for you. We also know that some people feel that about salt. And so why don't we see these same type of warnings on, sweets or on really salty snacks? Why
Jenna,
not?
just like the story we just did with the drones, we're at a watershed in our society now where we have to decide whether we want to keep being responsible for ourselves or put our safety and our health and our happiness in the hands of bureaucrats. I would prefer to take care of myself than put my safety and happiness in the hands of bureaucrats. But society's going to have to make that decision pretty soon.
Well put, Judge. We're going to continue to watch this case. The cigarettes are going back to where they came from, by the way. We're not going to keep them on set. Judge, thank you.
Pleasure.